Good morning everyone. So this is your first video lecture on physics practical, and in this practical we are going to show to verify the Ohm's law and calculate the value of unknown resistance. Okay. For this we are going to use certain apparatus, as you can see on this desk. To verify the Ohm's law we are going to use apparatus voltmeter, DC voltmeter it is, DC ammeter, a variable resistor, and this is also known as rheostat. This is used as a current controller. A Constantine wire, this is our conductor wire whose unknown resistance we have to measure. A sandpaper, a two-way key, a battery eliminator, a wire cutter, some connection wire, and to find out the value of resistivity we also going to measure the length of this unknown resistance wire, and after this we are going to use micrometer to calculate the diameter of this wire to measure the specific resistance of the wire. After the introduction of all apparatus that we are going to use, see theory and formula use. Okay, so as you know that according to Ohm's law, I is directly proportional to V, or potential difference across the wire V is directly proportional to I. Okay, so see, when we remove the proportionality constant, we get a constant named as resistance R, and from here we can calculate the value of unknown resistance by using the formula R is equal to V upon R. So we are going to plot the graph between V and I, and by finding the slope of the graph we are going to measure the value of unknown resistance R by taking the values of current and voltage. So first, on starting the observation, first we have to measure the least count of ammeter and voltmeter. To measure the least count of ammeter and voltmeter, see, this is our ammeter. Sir, please zoom it. So as you can see, in this ammeter, the maximum range of this ammeter is 1.5 ampere. So we have to measure the least count. The least count is the minimum value of any instrument that can measure. So we have to find out what is the minimum value that this particular ammeter can measure. So as you can see here, from 0 to 10 division, the value of 10th division is 0.25 ampere. Okay, so in 10 division distributed is 0.25 ampere. So the value of one division is simply 0.25 upon 10. So the least count of ammeter becomes 0.025 ampere. This is the least count of ammeter. Now see our voltmeter. This is again, the range of voltmeter is 1.5 volt, and in it also 0.25 volt is divided into 10 division of voltmeter. So the least count become 0.25 divided by 10, and it simply becomes 0.025 volt. Okay. After taking the least count, we have to join the circuit according to this circuit diagram. This is very important diagram. See. So here, this is we are using all the symbolic terms. This is the symbol of battery. Here is the switch. This is the current controller known as rheostat. Here the unknown resistance R, a voltmeter and a ammeter in series to measure the value of current. Okay. Now as you can see, in the circuit diagram, we are going to join the circuit by using this connection wire. Okay. So we have, see, this battery eliminator. See, since this battery eliminator already contain a switch of on off, so we didn't going to use this two-way key. Okay. Now one more thing, this sandpaper we are using to rub the ends of copper wire. So each copper wire that we are going to use, we should rub its end like this. These all copper wire already ready for going to connect the circuit diagram. Okay. Now from this we remove some, actually this copper wire contain a enameled wrapping around it, so that can discontinue your circuit. So that's why we are, before the using of copper wire, you have to rub it by the sandpaper. Now see, so we are going to connect the circuit diagram. See very carefully in the circuit. Our battery already contains the switch, so the positive terminal of the battery connected with the positive terminal of the ammeter, and the negative terminal of the battery is connected with the one end of the resistance wire as well as positive terminal of the voltmeter. So see the first, plus of the battery plus to the voltmeter, sorry ammeter. So see here, plus terminal of the battery connected to the positive terminal of the ammeter. Okay. Now see negative terminal of the battery connected with the resistance wire and as well as positive terminal of the voltmeter. So here we have voltmeter. So the negative terminal of the battery, of the ammeter connected with the positive terminal of the voltmeter as well as the resistance wire. So this is the resistance wire. This is made by Constantine, okay, a different material than copper. So it is combinedly connected with the positive terminal of the voltmeter, okay. So it should be parallel to the voltmeter. So in parallel, voltmeter measure the potential difference. In series, ammeter measure the value of electric current. Now the negative terminal of the voltmeter connect to the other end of the resistance, and these both terminals are connected to the variable end of the rheostat. Okay. So now see, this is the other end of the conductor wire. So it is connected with the negative terminal of the voltmeter, okay, and this is going to connect to the variable terminal of the rheostat. Now see this rheostat has three terminals, 1, 2 and 3. These two are constant terminal. In it, this rheostat behave like a constant value resistor, and when we are going to use these two terminals, then this rheostat work like a current controller, or you can say that variable resistor. Okay, so this is negative terminal connected to the variable one. So it is here. It is connected to the variable terminal of the rheostat. Now see, the negative terminal of the voltmeter is going to connect the variable terminal of rheostat. See, all the ends of copper wire should be rubbed by the sandpaper. Okay. Now see, this negative terminal to the variable terminal of the rheostat, and after that this fixed terminal is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Now see, your circuit diagram is properly connected now. Now we are going to take the readings. You have to take minimum 5 readings to plot the graph between potential difference and current I. Okay. Now see, I am going to on this circuit. So as you can see, the variation in potential difference and ammeter. Now I am going to adjust the value of current, see, by using current controller. So right now I am placing this value at 0.25 ampere. Okay. So the value of current, as you can see, it is constant value 0.25 ampere, and corresponding to this 0.25 ampere we have the value of C voltage. So how we can take the value of voltage? As you can see in the voltmeter, the 0.25 is already occupied, and after the 0.25 it is 2 division. Okay, so as we know that the least count of voltmeter is 0.025 volt. So the value of voltmeter is 0.25 completed and plus 2 division of 0.025. Okay, so on solving this you get the value of 0.25 and plus 0.050, and on calculating this becomes 0.300 volt. Okay, so after taking this value you can calculate the value of see the value of resistance roughly equal to 1 point something. And one more thing, after taking the value you have to switch off the circuit diagram, because this conductor wire has a heating effect, and your formula you knows that H is equal to I square RT. So till the time circuit diagram is on, this wiring going to be hot and the value of this resistance going to be changed. Okay, now see, after that we are going to take the second reading. For second reading I am going to fix the value of this ammeter, simply double means 0.5 volt. Now see, for second reading. Okay, so again I am going to adjust the value of ammeter, and this time 0.5 volt. Okay, so as you can see in ammeter, this is 0.5 volt, 0.5 ampere, sorry, this is the value of ammeter. Now see, corresponding to this ammeter, the value of voltmeter, see 0.5 is completed and after that 4 division. Okay, so 0.5 is completed and the value of 4 division is 4 into least count of voltmeter, and that is 0.025. So 0.025 multiplied by 4, so it comes out to be, it becomes 0.1, and 0.1 plus 0.5, it's simply 0.6. Okay, so the value of R2 can be written as 0.600 and upon 0.5. Okay, you can calculate this. The value of R1 and R2 nearly equal to same. Okay, so that gives you a constant slope of VI graph. Okay, now we are going to take the third reading. See, again on the circuit and increasing the current up to 0.75 ampere. Okay, so see, this is the 0.75 ampere here, and corresponding to this the value of voltage, see here 0.75 is already completed and after the 0.75 it is 6 division. Okay, so see 0.75 and plus 6 into multiply by least count. So here see, this is the use of least count, how we can use the least count in proper measurement. Okay, so see, it becomes simply 0.75 plus 0.150. On adding this, see, it simply become 0.8. Okay, now corresponding to this, the value of R3 comes out to be 0.800 and upon 0.7. value calibrated all these three, the value comes out to be equal to 1.2, and that is the value of R. Okay. The homework is you have to plot a graph between voltage and current to find out the slope, and you have to find out the value of slope. Okay. The value of slope is simply delta V